Hello, Personality Talks here. Today I don't have to worry about, going over the 10 minutes limit because there is no 10-minute limit because I have finally gotten myself the premium version of this software that I'm using. So I can speak for as long as I want to. Okay, also, today I'm going to be talking about personality type ESFJ. Now, from my personal experiences with ESFJs, they're one of the personality types that are the most difficult for me to get along with, or even because it seems like ESFJs, if I'm to generalize, they either despise me or no, I don't think I've. There are exceptions, though. Someone, my family member who is an ESFJ, she seems to be the only exception to that, as in she doesn't hate me, and we've gotten along quite well. I'm assuming she's a healthy ESFJ because, she can listen to other people's opinions without getting butthurt. She's very kind and fair towards everyone. She gives me space as well, which is cool. So anyway, what else should I say? I haven't written anything down, so I might pause a lot whilst I'm talking about this. This is actually a difficult topic for me to discuss because throughout my life, the most painful and traumatic experiences for me have come from unhealthy ESFJs. So I've had a lot of bad experiences with ESFJs. And I'm aware that not all ESFJs are, mean, selfish bullies who only care about themselves and the collective. I'm aware that there are a lot of healthy ESFJs. I don't know what it is about me and high FE users, which I mean they have people who have the cognitive function, extroverted feeling, which is FE, in the top 3. Actually, not top 3, top 2 cognitive function stack. Yep. I don't know, I just don't get along with them. Even though I have worked on myself and have matured quite a lot over the years. So, ESFJs, if they're healthy, they're very kind, helpful and fair towards everyone around them. They can be giving, but they also have healthy boundaries. They're not overly, they're not bending over backwards. What was that phrase? You know what I mean, yeah. they're not like that. So we'll have a look at the issues with this personality type, what I think. When I mention these things, I'm mostly referring to unhealthy ESFJs. Although healthy ESFJs could have these traits to an extent, but never that extreme. I've realized that ESFJs act very like I can't pronounce the word. I think they act very cliquey, as in the mean girl trope and that stuff. They're with the group, us versus them kind of mentality about them. They're so focused on the collective and maintaining harmony that they stamp out and ostracize those that stand out or differ from the collective. For those ESFJs, they're extremely threatened by people who are themselves, basically, individuals who may not always agree with everything the group says or the majority says. So there's this myth that ESFJs are absolutely caring and kind to everyone around them. No, they're just, from my own, experiences and views, they're only like that towards people they like or people who align with them in terms of values and beliefs. Anyone else who dares to be different is relentlessly bullied by them or ignored and neglected. Another thing is debate or even an intellectual discussion with an ESFJ is extremely difficult because they're just too oversensitive. It's to the point that they expect you to agree with every single thing that they say, that they think and believe, and they expect you to just sit there, listen to them, and just agree with them, and just say yes to everything they say and do. I know from my own personal experiences, an ESFJ who I once I once dared to speak my mind on something that was being discussed. I don't remember exactly what was being discussed, but it was something political. And this ESFJ literally went mad because I didn't agree with him. So, literally, with ESFJs, I tend to keep my opinions to myself because it's clear to me that they can't take a different opinion. And based on what I remember, because this was many years ago, what I said didn't even seem like that bad to me to, get screamed at over. So yeah, they're too sensitive, they can't handle people having different opinions. So I just generally have my wall up with them when it comes to having discussions. I have observed that ESFJs who have personality types such as like ENTPs around them, they're actually a lot more open-minded than those who don't. As in, like, okay, there's this ESFJ who, is very familiar with an ENTP, who's very close with this ENTP. She's actually one of the very, very, very few ESFJs who I can actually have a discussion with without worrying about them getting oversensitive about it or getting screamed at or something for just expressing my opinions. And it's not like my opinions are that extreme. Like, I'm not an extreme person. Most of my opinions are centered around the truth, because the truth is what matters to me the most. And I've realized that a lot of ESFJs don't care for honesty. They care about peace and maintaining harmony to the extent that they will straight up reject honesty if it means that the group, if it means that the collective will be shaken up as a result. They just can't handle. I'm mostly referring to ESFJs, unfortunately, who are around me, just can't handle honesty. Even as politely as I speak the truth, or no matter how polite I am, they just don't want to hear it. So I've long stopped trying or even speaking the truth around them. Yeah, so for those ESFJs around me, those unhealthy ones, all they're going to get from me for the rest of my life is shallow conversations and me just lying to them and agreeing with every single thing that they say to me, that I am forced to listen to. Because if you don't listen to an ESFJ, they get really, really offended and upset about it, as if they're the only important people in the world and their opinions matter so much. Everyone has to sit there in silence and just listen to them go on and lecture for hours. Yeah. Okay, I know this is unprofessional, but I don't care. This isn't a job. I'm just making a video saying, expressing my thoughts. I'm eating because I'm hungry. Okay, so what else? Actually, give me a moment. Okay, so what else can I say? Oh, yeah. They're very controlling, as in they like to do things their own way, in whatever way they've been taught. They don't want to experiment or do anything that's different to that. As in this reminds me of this one particular ESFJ. Thank God I'm not around her anymore. It used to be such a pain to be around because I was literally being controlled, as in I had to do everything her way. Her plans would always occur and whatever suggestions I make or whatever choices I want to have were taken from me. I honestly, yeah, she was a very toxic individual, and I don't want to waste energy discussing this in any further detail. Yeah. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if she's an ESFJ, but because I was stuck on either ESTJ or ESFJ. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Yeah, she was literally like almost the most controlling person I know. That's probably why she only had like one or two people who genuinely were around her, wanted to be her friend. I'm not that surprised, to be honest. Yeah, so anyway, also, another thing that ESFJs do, they jump to conclusions a lot. And even like the healthy ESFJs, they'll find themselves like doing that, and then they try like their best not to be so like impatient and jump to conclusions, but I'm just going to accept that it's a ESFJ thing. Or an extroverted judger, so EJ type thing. Yeah. So they just want everything quick, even if you're like, if I'm in the middle of a sentence or something, they'll just jump and rush to the conclusion. And you'll be like, no, that's not what I was saying and stuff. No. Also, some ESFJs, what they like doing is looking for people who they think are like social, not social outcasts, that's a bit too extreme to say, but people who are less like talented in socializing as they are. So they actively seek out these people and like want to be their friend just so that they can feel like more superior to them. I found that a lot of actually no, ENFJs are like more likely to do that. I don't know, I just find them too what's that word, patronizing at times when they will do stuff like that. I just don't understand it, but I'm just assuming that they want to feel like the superior one in the relationship, friendship, which is why they do that. But most ESFJs or ENFJs like focus on their own group or their own people. And also, have I said all the things I think about ESFJs? One more thing. They often expect you to just like know things. Like with me, I don't know what someone wants if they don't tell me. So basically, there's this ESFJ, and I won't mention who they are because I don't feel like it. Something like happened to them and they needed help with something, and then I was like, if you need any help, I'm willing to help. And then literally like a few days later, they're texting me like, no one cares about me. I thought that you're supposed to like help me, and Oh, they were just throwing themselves a pity party. I was just rolling my eyes, to be honest, when I read that. Like, I thought you said that. I thought you said that you would tell me, like, if you needed the help. Alright? Like, how am I supposed to know what you need if you don't say it? It makes no sense. You're like, oh, poor me. Like, you know, I just. Okay, maybe that's one toxic thing about me. I don't like people with victim mentalities. It just annoys me and it just makes me lose respect for you. And a lot of ESFJs or people with FE in their cognitive function stack, either as the dominant function, auxiliary, or tertiary function, they're the ones that will try to get you to feel sorry for them and stuff like that. Oh, woe is me, I'm the one doing everything, I'm such a nice person. Like, no one fucking asked for you to just be a hoe and just do everything for everyone. Like, okay, maybe that was too harsh, but genuinely that annoys me because I don't want to have to keep proving to other people that I care about them, especially people like who are family or friends. I don't want to have to keep reassuring these people that I'm not, a selfish, cold, and disobedient individual. Okay, literally. Yeah. Okay. Disclaimer. Yeah. I've had a lot of negative, negative experiences with the ESFJ personality, but in no way am I saying that I hate or dislike ESFJs. ESFJ is, personality type. There could be lots of I can't speak properly. There could be lots of ESFJs out there who aren't like this, who are actually, good people. But it's just, oh my gosh, the ones around me or used to be around me are just like so toxic. It just makes me like put a wall up and just I can't seem to trust FE users like ENFJs, ESFJs anymore until I am completely sure that they won't betray me or do something terrible behind my back. There is just one one close relationship that I have with. Actually, I can't confirm whether she's an ESFJ, but she's either ESFJ, ENFJ, or INFJ. But I'm leaning more towards INFJ, although she has like told me that she's neither extroverted or introverted, that she's a little closer to being introverted than extroverted. So let's just say XNFJ. Yeah. I we get along like very well. We do have like the small issues and stuff from time to time, but yeah, the best I've ever gotten along with a high FE user before. So yeah, that's something. And also this like this type of relationship has also like opened my eyes a little bit, and made me want to what's it called, like consider or look at, pay attention to, I mean, how other people are feeling, rather than just going with what's logical and what I think, and whether or not their feelings make sense logically to me. It's more about, if you care about someone, it's more about how they're feeling about something, and you focus on that before you focus on the logical aspect of it or the problem solving part of it. And I've only learnt this like recently. In my most natural self, I couldn't give a toss about how people feel, like not in a rude way, but it's not something that naturally comes into my mind unless I care about that person and decide to pay attention to it. Wow, this has been going on for 26 minutes. So yeah, I'm just gonna say this again. This isn't a hate video on ESFJs. I don't hate ESFJs. I have one confirmed ESFJ and one possible ESFJ in my life who actually get along well with me, who don't have those toxic traits that I listed in this video. Yeah, so exactly, like, it doesn't matter like how many negative experiences I have of a certain group of people, it will never make me want to hate on every individual of that particular group, because that's literally the definition of like racism, isn't it? Like if I said, even though I've had so many like negative encounters, I've even had this like toxic person in my life who's an ESFJ, who literally like did something like so terrible that I just cut off the connection. And I even like, I'm going to admit this, I don't care, I even like seeked professional help, like some kind of online therapy, because of the effects of that. Yeah, and I don't like thinking about it, and whenever I think about this event in my mind, I just don't, I don't want this to, what can I speak? I don't want this to impact how I see ESFJs. So it was just that one individual. It's not because she's an ESFJ. Okay, so yeah, I'm repeating myself a lot. I don't hate ESFJs, but I do, because of all this trauma, I do have my wall up, unfortunately, with any potential ESFJs I might encounter, even ENFJs as well. I cannot trust them completely because I have had betrayals and very triggered ESFJ criticizing me non-stop, saying horrible things about me, screaming at me, wanting to control me and have me just do whatever she wanted me to do, which I decided to stand up for myself and just leave that toxicity, honestly. Even like when she apologized for it, it was a half-hearted apology. She wasn't even trying. Yeah, so no. So if, just saying, like if you have any like toxic people like that, at first I'm actually like a very patient person. I would try my best to, compromise with her and try my best to meet her expectations, or but the more I was trying, the more she would bully me and be like rude to me. But then, I stood up to her. She, out of the blue, screamed at me and everything. And okay, I don't want to go into detail of that. Like, it wasn't exactly like how loud she was being that caused me trauma. It was the things she was saying about me, and I started to believe that those things that she was saying about me were true. Yeah, so I'm grateful because I've learnt never to, let that happen to me ever again. If someone's being rude to you or toxic to you in the disguise that they're just trying to help you, that's just bullshit. They just want to control you. And you know what? I think, yeah, she was definitely jealous of me. That's what I'm assuming. Like from day one, she never liked me. I I must have had my overly idealistic rose-colored glasses on because I was just thinking, well, she is a bit bossy, but she means well. No, she did not mean well. Okay, yep. There was one more thing I wanted to say. I can't think about what I wanted to say. So, alright, to end this video, what I'm going to like redo I put two videos up, the ESTP one and the INTP one. I might choose to like redo those, and because they're only like 10 minutes long and this one's over 30 minutes long, so yeah, it'll be weird having a very short video and like a very long video. Yeah, you know what? Okay, one last thing. Like, if by any chance any ESFJs or actually anyone of any personality type can give me suggestions on how to get along with ESFJs better and how they think, that'll be very much appreciated in the comment section. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want similar content to this. I actually like rarely record because I'm rarely home alone, which sucks. But yeah. Bye.